Hi dancers, Jess here. Today we're going to talk about juice cleanses. I've covered ballerina teas and all of those different detox teas, but then another question that often comes up is a juice cleanse a good idea? When I was dancing, this was something that I was very interested in because usually when you read about juice cleanses, they talk about amazing results and amazing weight loss in a super short period of time. And I sort of just thought, well, I would benefit from that, right? It's supposed to be good for your digestion and good for your skin and just good for your overall health. So I tried juice cleanses when I was dancing. I would always plan them around times when I wasn't dancing much, like if we had 3 days off or something like that, which is smart. Because to try and get through a full day of classes and rehearsals while you're not eating any actual food and you're on a calorie restrictive, liquid-based meal plan is not a good idea. I personally don't think that a juice cleanse is a good idea ever. And now for me, that has a lot to do with the fact that I really just like chewing. And because it is calorie restrictive. Anytime that you're doing something like that, it's a temporary thing. It's not going to last, and your body's reaction to it is also not going to last. Can you use something like a juice cleanse as a way to reset your system? Maybe. I would say if you feel like you've been eating poorly, and eating a lot of junk food or a lot of sweets, you're better off doing a whole foods based sort of detox where you say, okay, I'm literally eating nothing processed for 3 days. I'm going to make sure that I'm sticking to all whole foods, whole fruits, vegetables, avocados. Maybe if you're doing something like that, you'll also avoid common allergens like corn, soy, gluten, wheat, etc. However, the full-on juice cleanse is really not necessary. It's very questionable how much of the information about what it actually does for digestion is true. It's not been studied so intensively that we can fully know what the long-term effects are. It's mostly anecdotal evidence around things like juice cleanses. So yeah, it's great in theory, but I do think that for super active people like dancers, it's not the best route. And focusing instead on ways that you can clean up your meal plan and make sure that you're, not overindulging in sweets or processed foods and getting in plenty of whole nutrient-dense foods is really the best way to go. I did a lot of research on cleanses when I was dancing because it was such a great interest of mine. And I even tried things like that crazy master cleanse that Beyonce famously did when she was getting ready for Dreamgirls, where they talk about how, oh my gosh, she lost 20 pounds or 40, some crazy amount of weight in a very short period of time. But what the master cleanse is pretty much no calories because you're literally just living on this juice that's made with lemon juice, cayenne pepper, maple syrup. I'm pretty sure that's it. I tried to do that for a weekend, and because I had such an unhealthy relationship with food and my body, I didn't get nearly the kind of results that I had hoped for because I was already depriving myself, and then I tried to go on this full-on liquid diet, and it was not something I could sustain for even a few days. The best way to see changes to your body is in a gradual way, in a healthy process, in finding the right foods that work for you. So as much as these quick fixes and fast acting or things that we read about that are supposed to work fast, and these they're very enticing. I get it. When you want to see changes in your body quick and you feel like you're trying everything, it's very common to find things like this and say, well, maybe this is what's going to work for me. It's not going to be sustainable. And if you have emotional situations that are impacting how you eat food or how you respond to food and your body, you've really got to work through all of those things before you can do anything like this. This is one of the things that we don't think about enough is am I in a positive place with food in my body right now? And am I going to be able to figure out how to eat well? Is my mindset there? If your mindset's not there yet, it doesn't matter what diet you go on. It's not going to work because you're not emotionally ready to make positive changes. Over at The Whole Dancer, we're going to have a lot of free workshops and new resources coming out in the next few months and weeks. So be sure to check over there and see what's going on. Definitely, if you haven't yet gotten your free cheat sheet with 50 tips to get back in dancing shape, go to thewholedancer.com/tips and grab that. And when you do, you'll also be added to the Whole Dancer email list so we can stay in touch, and you'll know whenever there are new resources or blog posts or things like that coming out. If you like The Whole Dancer on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends.